Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Sports Central. Hank Longo along with Neil Duncan, and we're going to have a great show for you today. Tracy Green from Today and Tonight magazine, Donna Smith with Tough Luck Ranch, and Linda Howard from the Get Rowdy Race. Stick around, everybody, for this edition of Sports Central. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first segment of Sports Central. Hank Longo along with Neil Duncan. And,
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Segment brought to us by Bry House Networks, one of the great partners of tourism and sports.
Yes, they are, and do a lot for us, and can't thank them enough for being a part of our show. And a fun show it's going to be today, and a fun event to start things off. We have Tracy Green joining us. Yay!
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here, guys.
From Today and Tonight magazine.
I didn't get that greeting when you introduced me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Duncan. Yay! Okay, now let's get on with the fun.
2012 Wing Fling Tour. What is that?
This sounds like fun.
Oh,
It
well,
does.
it is the best event in the county, if I do say so myself. But it's a one-of-a-kind tasting tour around Polk County via luxury coach buses. So you can't get better than that.
I like
You
it.
pay a fee, you eat wings all over the place, you have a great
don't have to
time.
drive.
You don't have to drive. We have somebody doing all the driving. Small World Tours is one of the presenting sponsors, and they have top-of-the-line motor coaches, and we have a great time for a great cause, guys. This event is benefiting the Humane Society of Polk County, which is very near and dear to my company's heart.
Okay, now let's start off. It's on September 29th. Okay, and it goes from, the registration is from 10 to 11. Now, this is an all-day thing, it sounds like, with this lineup. And we're going to go through the lineup with you because you're not going to want to miss this. But how much is it going to cost to
It's
begin
only
with?
$50, and
Okay.
you get a huge amount for that nominal fee. And I can take you through it. When we say this is an all-day event, it really is, and we always say, don't be chicken, because we're going to have a clucking good time. We have a registration from 10 to 11. We load the luxury tour buses, and then we hit the roads about 11:15, 11:30, and we're going to 9 different locations around Polk County. Each person gets a 3-wing sample, and also one of our wonderful partners, Bernie Little Distributors. This is the worst kept secret of the event, of course. They also do a beer tasting at each location
Now
as
we're
well.
talking.
You have my attention.
I know. I thought that was going to get it.
Wings
for the
and
vet,
beer,
right?
and they're
I
driving
know.
you around.
That's the
Okay.
partnership. So, yes, you get a different beer sample. All the locations also give us wonderful discounts for other food and beverages as well. And then we go on this tour around Polk County. And then if we haven't given you enough, we also do an after party after all this craziness is through, right at our very own downtown Winter Haven Tanner's Pub.
At Tanner's
we
Pub.
have a party on the patio with the Joe Willie Band, and we do lots of raffles, give away prizes, do a 50-50, thank all of our partners and sponsors, and we just end it with a bang, absolutely, this day.
Okay, now let me share with you folks where the tour is going, okay? You start off at the Humane Society, then you go to the Apple Lounge, the Blue Room, Bebo's Related. Is that at the new restaurant that
we
they've
get the
opened?
sneak peek
Okay,
that weekend.
So Bebo's has moved from the lake over to the Crab Shack where that
Right, the
was.
old, yes,
And
absolutely.
just off of Cypress Gardens Boulevard, and what is that, 1st Street, I think, or right there, 6th Street? 6th Street, thank you, Brian. And then Bubba Chuck's Barbecue, Hot Shots, Imperial Lanes, and King's Burgers and Barbecue. Now, is that down at the
Eagle Ridge Mall.
Eagle Ridge Mall. Beef O'Brady's in Auburndale, and then Miller's
Ale House.
Ale House or Al House?
It's the Ale House.
Okay.
In Lakeland.
And then Idle Zone, and then from the Idle Zone you come back to Tanner's
And do an after party.
and have an after party.
We do it big, baby.
This is
I mean,
too much
this
fun.
wise, like go
This
big or
is
go
too much
home.
fun.
I know, and it's only $50. And you also get a goodie bag. You get an event T-shirt. You get an event mug. You get all kinds of discounts and offers in the goodie bag as well. Plus, you're getting more than enough food all day. And we say if you leave hungry, it's your own fault.
And how long, I mean, if it's going to, what time is the bus taking off? It's going to leave at 11:15.
Between 11:15 and 11:30 to get on our way.
And what time do you expect to be back to Tanner's?
We expect to start the after party about 8:30 at night. It runs from 8:30 until 11:30. So what we tell people is, because we only have so many seats per bus, there's 56 seats per bus, and we have 4 to 6 buses available to us.
Wow.
And we've already sold halfway through them. So we have a lot of groups coming in this year because they experienced it last year. So we expect to be back at Tanner's at 8:30 for the after party. And then if you can't get a seat on the bus, or if you don't have the time for this all-day event, please join us at the after party, because then you can still buy raffle tickets. We have other vendors that are going to be there that are also going to be donating money for the shelter. That's what this whole event is for. Today and Tonight magazine is Polk County's dining, entertainment, and lifestyle product. So we like to involve all the small businesses, the restaurants, the bars, that kind of stuff, because that really helps people get to know our county and to be a part of what we have. Maybe they haven't been to Bebo's Reloaded, or maybe Idle Zone, the new Idle Zone Blue Room. Well, we are wanting them to experience this, all while raising money for the Humane Society of Polk County. So for us, it's a win-win for everything that we are about as a company for our county.
And as you said, it's for the Humane Society, and golf scrambles or fundraisers are a dime a dozen, and this is a different twist on that, because at the core it is a fundraiser.
It is a
like you just said.
fundraiser,
So
but it's a fun fundraiser.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so good. I was going to go fun. I was going to throw one in there myself. It was such a play on words. But now, if you just wanted to come to the party at night at 8:30 to listen to the band, what kind of cost is that?
Oh, there's no cost. We want you to come, enjoy the band, maybe buy some raffle tickets, maybe buy something from one of the vendors outside, spend some money with Tanner's Pub. It's all about everybody getting out, having a good time, experiencing our county, spending some money around the county, and also helping us raise money ultimately for the Humane Society of Polk County. Now, last year for our first event, we were able to write them a check for right over $4,500, which was great on this first event. Now, we're on track right now to donate $6,000 to $6,500. And it's not only from after our expenses, but, all the raffle tickets that we have great prizes that people donate for this. Last year, I think we had 30 different prizes we were, giving away. So,
and like what kind of prizes can they win?
Well, I can tell you that the top prize last year was a $600 value stay at a beautiful resort in Orlando, 2 nights, massages and all of that. I mean, we have restaurants that maybe couldn't be a part of the event. We have watches, we have massages, golf packages. We have all kinds of things, right down to great Bernie Little products, hats and T-shirts. We have the gamut. So you're spending money with us. We're going to have lots of prizes to give back to you, because we draw lots of tickets.
If people don't know what Today and Tonight is, I mean, you hit on a little bit, but where can they get it? Where are some of the places they can get it, or is there an online version of it?
Absolutely. TodayandTonight.com is our very interactive website, which always has the current issue, as well as telling people what the current events are. Possibly someone's missed a deadline and something's popped up. Well, we can get it to the public immediately, so they don't have to wait for the next issue, or if it's in between that print time. Now, we are a monthly entertainment, dining, lifestyle magazine, out since 2004. We're all over Polk County. I mean, we have outdoor racks, we have indoor racks. We're in a lot of high visible dentist office, medical offices, the restaurants, the bars. We do have all kinds of racks downtown, modulars down in the city of Lakeland, at the post offices.
At Outpost 27.
Absolutely. You guys get quite a few bundles.
It's a great publication to really let people know where the fun is downtown, the places to go eat, and it's a great magazine. It
Absolutely.
really is.
Thank you. It's a lot of hard work, and we really like to be a part of our county, letting people know how great our county is and what's accessible to them. Free events, paid events, the music scene, what's new, what's happening. We always like to promote and be a part of it to get people there.
This is great. Now, once again, for all the people that are viewing, how can they find out about this? Where can they call and just get more information?
Well, we have a great website, and it's a lot of fun. It's don'tbechicken.net, because that's the whole theme. Don't be chicken, because you can't be chicken to be a part of this event. And it's got a great, really fun intro, so I push everyone to see that. Everyone always talks about how fun our website is for this event, and we do have a ticket system right online, and it actually sends you your ticket for the bus immediately as soon as it's paid for.
Wonderful. This sounds like a fun event.
Absolutely.
If I can't make it to the whole event, I'm going to definitely get to the party, because
Absolutely, please.
Tanner's does a great job in supporting events like this within the county, and you guys do a fantastic job. And this sounds like a whole heck of a lot of fun for a good cause. So
It is.
thank you, Tracy, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you, guys.
And we're going to go into a fun sport now with the Dixie Youth World Series. A great event. Check this out, and Neil and I will be back with you right after this segment.
There were 22 teams that came from out of the Bartow area. There were 2 that came from Florida. One from Bushnell, one from Sebring. The rest of them came from outside the state of Florida, from states like Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, Tennessee, Virginia, and North and South Carolina. There's 10 other states other than Florida that are represented in this tournament.
National commissioner for this youth baseball. We have about over 225,000 players in our 12 and under program, and we're based out of Marshall, Texas. We have an office there that we coordinate all the activities of franchising the leagues in 11 states. We've been part of youth baseball since 1955.
Tonight we have the champions from the state of Florida, the 12-year-old majors division, that is playing the champions from the state of South Carolina, and the champions from the state of Florida for not too far away, Bushnell, Florida, and they brought a bunch of people. And as a matter of fact, rather than commuting, they stayed in a hotel here in Bartow and stayed the whole week. Everyone arrived last Friday for an opening ceremony that was held up in Joker Marchant Stadium, and the folks up in Joker Marchant put on a good show for us. And that was the opening ceremonies where we have a parade of teams and whatnot. I would guess there were probably 3,000 people from outside of the Bartow area, and we have a lot of local fans that have come out and watched. And then Saturday afternoon, early Saturday afternoon, we started playing baseball. Their mission is to provide a youth baseball experience for anyone. In their mission statement, it talks about character building, it talks about team building, it talks about the element of sportsmanship, and that is what the coaches are instructed to instill in the kids, and learn how to play a little bit of baseball along the way. All the officials from the national office are here. They're actually different representation from different states, and then the officers of the organization. And they use this tournament to conduct their annual meeting also, where they review finances, they review rules, consider rule changes, they review the organization of the tournaments, and many, many other things that it takes. From the top, the commissioner and president on down, it's all volunteer based. Nobody gets paid. And they all came to Bartow, Florida, and they've been having their meetings and conducting their business during the mornings, and then in the afternoon and evenings they come out and we have the baseball games. It's been a really, really exciting week. We had plenty of support from the city and the community. Nikki Yates and Julie Sloan and Jenny Walker, and they kept me in line. This was a great, great tournament. Amen.
Florida, the 2012
To put this event together it's been 2 years in the making. Started with us going to Gonzales, Louisiana, and making a bid to host this tournament at their annual meeting that summer. And we won that bid, and we started planning right away. It's a really, really big undertaking, and it all came to a culmination this week with the actual event. I just can't thank everyone in the community, the sponsors that supported us, and the volunteers. We had a lot of volunteers, and they did a great job. You can't do this event without a lot of volunteers. There were just too many things to take care of.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second segment of Sports Central. Hank Longo along with Neil Duncan.
Dixie World Series there, and Bartow, the 10 and under team, actually did very well, losing in the championship game. But congratulations to Bartow, the entire community, for hosting a successful event. It's been here a few times, but it's been a while since I've been back in Bartow. But
Brought a lot of folks to town.
It brought a lot of folks to town, and it was a great event. So City of Bartow, the Bartow Dixie board, the whole group. So congratulations to them on a great event.
And we have a great sponsor for this segment.
We sure do. You want to know who it is?
Give it to me.
Sunsplash Vacation Homes.
And I've got to say something nice about Michael Eckersley and that whole group.
That helps with retaining them as sponsors.
Retaining them as sponsors, but every year at the Regional Water Ski Championships and the National Water Ski Championships, Sunsplash Vacation Homes donates a week's vacation home for us to raffle off at the championships to get folks down here. Right. Water skiing in the water ski capital of the world, and I just want to let the folks know how great Michael and the whole crew is at Sunsplash Vacation Homes for supporting
they
us.
certainly feed into our partnership, our prosperity through partnerships that we use with tourism and sports marketing, and we do that. And of course, when you're raising money for events or raising money for good causes, it takes great partnerships. And we have an event coming up, the 2012 Corn Fusion 5K run.
Yeah, and we have Donna Smith and Dakota Smith joining us to tell us about this event.
Our opening day was set for the 6th of October. We've had to push it back till the 20th now because of all the rain that we've had, and the maize just isn't growing like it should be. So to give everybody the best entertainment, we decided to push the opening date back.
So you didn't want it to be a mud run; you wanted it to be a ranch run.
I mean, it's a ranch run, so it's off-road anyway.
Right.
It goes through the pasture, goes around their olive trees. It's going to go through the woods, oak hammocks, pine stands. There'll be natural obstacles, nothing man-made obstacles. They're all natural obstacles that'll be there. So.
And this is going to be October 20th.
Yes.
And tell us, where exactly is the ranch at?
We're on the north side of Lakeland on Moore Road.
Okay. So how would people, let's see, coming from downtown Lakeland, they just take 98 out on toward the north side there?
98 north to Old Polk City Road to Moore Road. We'll have signs posted, or like coming from Bartow, they take 98 to Cumbie to 33 out to Old Polk City Road.
Okay.
They can Google it also. We have a Facebook page, Corn Fusion Corn Maze, and also for the race.
Explain this a little bit for our viewers. Corn Fusion Maze. What is this? I mean, it's got to be a different kind of run than just heading off through the trails here.
Well, it's Corn Fusion Corn Maze, and it's a ranch run that we did. We did it last year.
Okay, and a ranch run is?
Ranch run is basically because it's off-road and it goes through the pasture and through the woods. And they got to run last year. A lot of the people, we had over 100 entrants last year that came and ran in it. And they were all very excited about getting to run with the cows, horses, and the horses and donkeys decided to run along with some of the runners last year.
Oh,
that was
wow.
quite a different experience for them. And they're like, there's real cow poop. It's like you're running through a cow pasture.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Watch where you
You guys
step.
didn't place it there just for the
No,
race.
but
It's not an obstacle run.
Well, I guess
Kinda
it could be
It is an
considered-
obstacle run.
Yeah, that could be considered an obstacle, I guess, jumping over it and stuff. But we actually had two entrants last year that came with baby strollers. That the jogging strollers that people like push around like Hollingsworth and stuff.
Right.
That
Oh, wow.
that did it. And the one guy, he finished in 20 minutes and something. He had an amazing time. And I thought, wow, that's pretty good pushing a stroller through the pasture.
And is it a 5K?
5K, yeah,
Okay.
3.1 miles. So, but it will go through the pasture, around the olive trees, through the woods, and come back through the maize field. And hopefully, if we can get our hay baled, because of all the rain, we're behind schedule on baling hay also. We're going to have the large round bale set up, and they'll be running through part of that as well.
Now this is to benefit cancer awareness. And
yes.
where does that come from? Where is that? Why did you guys select that? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Because, well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And John Wayne and Chris Ledoux are two of my favorite people, and they both passed from cancer. So the maize design actually this year is John Wayne and Chris Ledoux in it, and along with 97 Country. And so there is a John Wayne Cancer Foundation, Team Duke.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
So Dakota, you got a lot of work to do to get prepared for this. Kind of fill us in on how you get.
It's a lot of work. We got 300 acres out there we work on. We bale hay, run cows, olive trees, just everything agriculture is what we're trying to get people out there and show them and teach them a little bit about.
Experience a little bit of the
get them out
culture
there.
here.
A little something different to take your family to go do than just downtown into a movie. It's out there in the woods. You get to experience the ranch and the farming industry a little bit. So
Now, I've got a question for you. The big round bales of hay. Where do they go? I mean, do you use all that for your own cattle, or do you sell it as well? That always fascinates me, to drive down, the road when you're out in the country and you see all these big round bales of hay, and you wonder, well, where do they go from here?
yeah, it takes a lot of food to feed cows through the winter. In the summertime, the grass is blowing in the wind. It's good, but when the wintertime comes, you got to make it through the winter. So the hay, we feed all our hay to our cows, plus sell it. Last year we sold a lot of hay to Texas because they were in a severe drought.
Wow.
So we had to help them out a little bit, and we sold a lot of hay to Texas. But normally, just around the community, people buy hay that don't have enough feed to make it through the winter.
Being a former Indiana farmer myself, round bales are much preferred than square bales because square bales are a lot of work.
A lot of work, yeah.
You guys doing square baling out there?
Yeah, we do a lot of square baling this year. We have a corn maze, but then we're also going to have a mini maze, which is going to be made out of square bales.
Is this for the kids, I'm assuming?
About too high, so you can sit there and watch the kids kind of
Right.
run around and keep an eye on them, but a little bit of fun for them too.
When do the corn mazes open?
It'll open October 20th.
The same day?
Yeah, same
And then it runs, or is it just that one day, or does it run for a while?
Yeah, we're going to go through November 25th.
Okay.
We plan on just going like to November 11th, but since we're having to push it back,
Right.
so we've extended our our season out. So
Now, what's the entry? I'm sorry, Hank. What's the entry fee for that during the when it's
for
not
the corn
associated
maze-
for the race?
the corn
right.
maze part, from 4 and under is free, 5 to 10 is $8, and over that is $10.
Okay.
So and it includes
That'll be every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
yeah.
Okay. So on the weekends.
Yeah.
On the weekends.
And then we're also going to do a zombie hayride paintball adventure.
Oh my God! And when is this, a Halloween thing? That
Yeah,
you're-
well, that starts on the 11th, I think, isn't it?
On the
Or the
11th,
12th.
and
Yeah.
it'll be at night after the corn maze closes at night. We'll do that, and it's we basically take people on the same hay ride, except we have things set up out there and live zombies for people to shoot at with paintball guns, and they don't get shot back. So.
Oh, that makes it fun.
you
I've
should
always
get- I
liked
think you should go
paintball
out
if
there.
you could shoot and not get shot at.
I think you should be out there.
Yeah, and you could be one of the zombies, and I could shoot at you. This is sounding more fun all the time.
We try to make it a fun
Would-
adventure.
Now, so you have this going on for a while then. Now, let's just to clarify for the viewers, on October 5th, you can pre-register for up to then for the Corn Fusion. That's going to be on the 20th, correct?
5K ranch run, yes.
And that's a $20 fee, and then it's $25 the
Day of
day of
entry,
the
yeah.
event. But then after the event, they can continue to come out to the ranch and go through the maze.
Mm-hmm.
And do they walk through it or run through it? I guess I'm
The
kind
maze,
of
the
really like,
actual maze. Now we're not going. The race part won't go through the maze. It'll go through the maze field. They'll go around it.
Okay.
But because of the, I guess the way the maze design is, it would be too much, cutting and jigging and jagging to try to go through that. But yeah, with their race entry, with their race numbers, they get to get into the maze.
And so, how long does it take to go through the maze? So you're walking
I'm not
through
sure
a
yet.
cornfield. Is that what it is? And it's cut out so
Yeah,
that
it's cut out so
you
that
got to
there'll be
figure
dead
out how to
ends
get
and-
to like the little puzzles that you try to figure your
So
way
could you
out.
lose somebody in there?
Possibly, yeah.
So
They
there's
can be lost
probably
until
going
dark.
to find a guy in there that started when he was 5 and now he's about 39 years old and beard and just been kind of never got out of there.
Yeah, it's possible.
Wow.
Well, this is great. And once again, for the folks, if they want to go to your website and find out about this fun event and the fun events that come on after this.
To the general website is through the maze. You go to themaze.com and click on Find a Maze, and then you click on Lakeland, and it brings you to us. We also have a Facebook page, Corn Fusion Corn Maze, and then there's also one for the race, the Corn Fusion 5K Ranch Run. So,
Wow.
and it'll bring you to it, and you can register for the race at active.com, search Corn Fusion Corn Maze 5K Ranch Run in Lakeland, Florida.
I have one more question about the zombies. You said you can shoot the zombies?
Yep.
Is that an add-on price, or is that part of the $10?
No, that's because that's at night, so it's going to be different. That's going to be $30 for the zombie paintball hayride. We provide the paintball guns and the paintballs.
It'd be so
And the
worth
zombies.
And the zombies,
It'd be
yes.
so worth it to shoot you.
Oh, thanks. I thought just a few minutes ago I was shooting you. You were the zombie. I was the
turned
shooter.
that on. You look
turned
more
that
like a
around.
zombie than I do.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, good luck, and we certainly hope that it's very successful. And you were talking about it's like the real Florida. Everybody thinks about palm trees and beaches, and here in Central Florida, we know that agriculture has been a huge part, especially here in Polk County. So it's fantastic that you guys are putting on an event like this to promote it. We appreciate that.
Well, the ranch run also, you'll probably, there's a good chance you'll see deer, you'll see turkeys, and a lot of
Gorillas.
natural Florida
Natural, yeah,
wildlife,
right.
because it is going through the woods and stuff. So there is that opportunity to see natural Florida wildlife.
Now, as we go through the season, do you have a Christmas hayride?
We are this year. We're going to do a country Christmas hayride, starting on the first, I think, Thursday of December, whatever that is, or Friday. I'm sorry, not Thursday, Friday. So it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings.
So you've got things going on all through the fall and up to Christmas. So that in itself must keep you pretty busy.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely busy.
And so, Dakota, you're farming on top of this and running cattle and
Oh, yeah.
that whole deal on top of trying to manage.
Yeah, it's a lot
all
to
these
keep up
events.
with, but it goes in with the farming is it ain't always a guarantee. Sometimes you have to have a backup and a spare plan, and to kind of make it through, you got to do a little, expand your horizons a little bit.
Now, do you ride horses a lot when you are with your cattle? Is that still a part of
Yeah,
ranching
horses
and all?
do help out a lot. We have four-wheelers here and there, more so these days, but horses and cows have a general more respect on horses, and when you're going through a swamp, a four-wheeler kind of won't make it through most places a horse will. So.
I find it so interesting because after reading the book A Land Remembered, and you go through the history of this family and how they grew in Florida and farmed and had cattle and stuff. Now every time I go through that, I'm fascinated by it, because I don't think everybody realizes how much hard work it is to have a ranch and a farm and everything that's involved. So this is a great opportunity to experience that when they come out to your events and get to participate in this. So that's really neat.
Well, it's important for the education of our youth. You know,
On
food
the
doesn't just
hayride.
show up.
Yeah, well, on the hayride, we actually have a narrator on the hayride that talks about the farming, the ranching, everything that we do there. They discuss all that and talk to them about it. And we do school field trips during the week. We're open to the public on the weekends, and then we do school field trips during the week. So we have schools coming out, and so they're really interested in that hayride part, where the kids can get to talk about the farming and the ranching and, you know, seeing the cattle and everything. So, and how diversified we have become.
Well, you folks have got to get out to the Smith Ranch and check this out. All kinds of stuff going on through October, November, and even into Christmas. So, Donna, Dakota, thank you very much for joining us today and enlightening us on this fun event that you have going on. Now we're going to go to another fun event, the Winter Haven Golf Splash, which I got to participate in for the first time and had an absolute blast as we raised money for the Ridge Art Center. So check this out, folks. It was a lot of fun.
We have this incredible golf tournament going on, and it's called Splash. This is our second annual, and the whole premise of the golf tournament is that instead of a golf cart, you're getting around on a boat on our wonderful chain of lakes here in Winter Haven. So the golfers ride on a boat from hole to hole, and each hole is a separate party unto itself. So each hole is vying to get the best hole award, and we have these awesome trophies.
We are at Marine Supply. Marine Supply is one of our 9 hole locations. Golfers, as you can see, they pull up, they get to golf balls and mulligans, and they attempt to hit the tee.
That was good.
Hey, my name's Bill Kilpatrick with Keller Williams Realty, and this is Cassandra Van and Pete and Amy Maris. They're with Lone Finder, and we're out here supporting local art association, playing golf and throwing balls in the water.
That's beautiful.
Now I actually can win by being good at hitting balls into the water. That's usually not the case.
Yeah.
So we're having fun. Just out here having a blast. The balls float, so we're not hurting the environment.
About the kids, man. Kids, all about the kids. No, the art. The art. About the art.
I think it's a lot of fun. I get to practice my swing.
That is wonderful.
I think it's a unique event. We've never done anything like it. It's a lot of fun just going around in the boats and hitting up the different shops and knocking the balls into the water.
So who's the top scorer right now? Who's doing the best?
Bill.
Right now I hit 1.
Killing it right now.
Yeah.
There you go. We're only on our 2nd hole, actually our 3rd hole, and I hit 1 in the bullseye.
Have a great day!
Each hole location is in competition to be voted best hole location, so there is no telling what these golfers will find at the next hole location. It is, some have bands, some have oyster shooters. We've modeled this tournament after their tournament down in the Keys. She walked me through everything last year.
Fun event. We started off last night at the Morgan's home with a great pre-party, and we probably had about 250 people there, and we just had a great time with Bandhaven and lots of food and fun.
I would just like to thank Tico. I would like to thank Polk State, Anheuser-Busch, Bernie Little. They have, they're actually a whole location. We have many, many, many golfers. As you can see, there's 23 teams. So we just appreciate everyone and the volunteers.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the third segment of Sports Central. Hank Longo along with Neil Duncan, and what a fun day we're having so far today. Great guests and another great sponsor for our third segment.
Hampton Inn Winter Haven, sponsor of this third guest, and so I want to thank them for being a tourism and sports marketing partner.
Thank you so much, and a real fun guest coming up here now from the Winter Haven Stingrays. We have Linda Howard joining us, and Linda, thanks for joining us on Sports Central.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your Stingrays, and we've got a big event coming up, but why don't you give us a little history on the Stingrays before we get into the event?
The Stingrays is the local USA swim team of Winter Haven, USA club team, and we have approximately 200 members ranging from ages 5 to in their 60s. We practice Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and on Saturday mornings from 7 to 9. Our local affiliate is the Florida Swim Club, Florida Swim Committee, and so we're under their jurisdiction. USA swim teams are all over the United States. They're growing like crazy because of the Olympics this year. It's always a good time for us. It's a great, great sport.
Now, when you say you swim from 5 to 7, when you watch the Olympics, I got some fun things to ask you about that, but these people are in the pool all day long, it seems like.
Usually, if you're at that level, you're practicing twice a day as a rule, and you're doing dry land exercises in weight room. My oldest daughter just graduated from the University of Arkansas, and a lot of these kids that you see in the Olympics are also college swimmers. And so they've swam club, and they go on to swim college, a lot of them. And they're in the pool twice a day frequently. And for 2 hours at a time, and weight training and dry land. It's very, very consuming.
Yes,
it's very consuming at that level. We are a team that only offers during the school year, we only offer practices once a day. During the summer, for our older, more competitive swimmers, we do offer morning practices also. So they practice at 6:30 in the morning. I have 2 daughters still at home with me that all during the summer when all the other kids are like, awesome, get to crash and sleep in all morning. My kids are at the pool at 6:30.
Wow.
And there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of these kids that are out there.
Fantastic.
But it's great. It's great exercise, just a great sport in general. Great discipline. Obviously, you must be disciplined to put that much time in the water.
Yeah, and you have an event coming up on September 21st to the 23rd, the Get Rowdy Race. Tell us a little bit about that.
We host 2 swim meets a year, one the 3rd weekend of September and one the 3rd weekend of April. And this is obviously the 3rd weekend of September. We will have approximately 20 teams and 500 swimmers coming in to the Winter Haven area. And they will swim Friday evening. There'll be 2 sessions on Saturday and 2 sessions on Sunday. So there'll be kids in the water from 5 o'clock on Friday until about 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from Well, warm-ups start at 7:30 and it will be finished at approximately 4.
Is this an event the public is welcome to come out to?
Oh, yes. There's no charge for it. We'd love to have people come out and see. It might be something their kids would be interested in doing, and it's a great way to see what goes on. The meets are exciting. They're fun. There's all levels of swimmers. We have some elite swimmers down to kids that maybe have been in the water for a month, actually. Because of the Olympics, we've gotten a lot of people coming in and wanting to try out for the team, and so we've got some brand new swimmers that this will be their very first swim meet.
Now, when they come and try out for the team, does everybody make the team, or how does that work?
You have to be 5 years old.
Okay.
And you have to be able to do 25 yards freestyle and 25 yards backstroke. Having said that, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Just have to be able to do it.
You have to be able to do it, and obviously you have to be safe, because as opposed to swim lessons where you have one instructor for maybe 5 or 6 kids, you're going to have one coach for anywhere from 10 to maybe 30 kids at a time. So you can't be worried about whether they're going to make it across the pool, obviously. And then we work on their technique and their endurance and building strength to be able to do an actual swim meet.
Great.
And so seniors like Hank are able to join the team, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Because seniors like me would love to whoop a young
That's right. Yeah, age
well,
really has nothing to do. Age really has nothing to do about it. I know some.
Anytime you want to get in the pool and do a little lapping with me.
No. It's all about Hank. I'm not racing anybody else. But tell us, all joking aside, tell us about the different divisions and how that competition goes throughout the meets like this.
Well, this is a USA meet. And so it's considered an age group meet. You have to be USA registered. We also have a USA Masters program. Now, some of those people are registered both, USA Swimming and USA Mastered. At this swim meet, there'll be 6 and under, there'll be 8 and under, the 10 and under age group, and then it breaks into 11, 12, 13, 14, and then what's called senior. Senior being anyone 15 and over.
Okay.
And we do have people in there, we've had people in their 50s and 60s swim in that senior age group.
And they do it just for the competition? I mean, I know Brian Boissard, who's a dear friend of mine, is one of the top master swimmers in the country.
Yes.
Now, does he do pretty good when he gets in that group against everyone else?
He doesn't do US, he doesn't do this swim meet.
Okay.
However, Dr. Stephen Oliva does generally do this meet. And he does awesome. I mean, he trains as hard as the kids do. Brian trains as hard as the kids do. And yes, they're very, very competitive. It really has, once you get to that level in particular, actually with all the levels, it has more to do with your time than your age. But once you're 15 and over, you're put in heats in all the age groups by your time. Okay. So if you're a brand new swimmer,
you're not swimming against the fastest guy in the pool.
Right.
No,
and the races are like you see in the Olympics: the freestyle, the backstroke, the breaststroke, the medley relays, and things.
Yes, it's free, back, fly, and breast.
Okay.
And there's different lengths of each of those. This is a 25-yard meet. This is a yards meet. Meters, which you see in the Olympics, is meters, 50 meters.
Right.
That's in the summertime. That's called long course. This is the short course season. This is what your colleges do, and it's yards. So they're in 25-yard increments.
Okay.
So these will be either 50-meter, 50-yard, 100-yard, 200-yard, 500-yard, 1,000, 1650. At our meet in particular, we don't go past the 500.
Okay.
But in some meets, you'll have the 1,000-yard swim and the 1650, the mile.
Do you have a diving component with your team or no?
No.
No. Okay.
There is not actually a USA dive team in Polk County.
Really?
No, there is
That
not. I have
surprises
been
me.
here since 2001, and we've never had one. Now, the high schools have dive teams.
Right.
Because high school swimming does have a diving component.
To the total team score.
To the total team score. I'm a high school coach also, so I'm aware of that.
Right.
But we do not have, in Polk County, we've never had a dive team. The closest one is in Brandon. They have one, and then on Sand Lake Road at the YMCA, off of I-Drive and Sand Lake, they have. Those are the two closest teams.
Closest to Citizens.
the event's at the Rowdy Gaines Aquatic Center. It's the Get Rowdy race.
Get Rowdy and race, yes.
Now, does Rowdy Gaines ever come? I mean, when I was watching the Olympics, it's great to. I really enjoy listening to the commentary and to see Rowdy Gaines there the whole time talking. And to think that, it's from our neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like, wow, this guy is from here.
Does he ever come down to the races and inspire the kids or be involved at all?
We actually had him come and do a clinic for us one time. It's been a couple of years. And so he came and did that clinic. He's very busy. He has a lot of different things going on, not only the announcing, but he has his own business and stuff. So he has a lot going on. I believe he lives in Orlando now. His family is still here in Winter Haven. But he did come down. He's been to our banquet. He spoke at our banquet. We host a banquet in November every year, and he did. So he's still in touch.
That's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. We've had the Winter Haven Stingrays, and there are other USA teams in Polk County also, but the Stingrays have had a lot of kids go on to do quite well. Swim in Division III schools, Division II, Division I colleges, and to go on to Olympic trials also.
That's fantastic. Well, just a couple quick things. We're going to wrap things up here. People can come to the pool. They can get passes to.
You don't even have to have a pass.
You
just show
come,
up.
Come up and.
Just show up.
Okay, and if you want to swim, you can go there and just swim for a day or get passes to swim.
Well,
for
you can't. You have
not
to be
that
in.
Day,
oh yeah,
not
yeah,
that
right,
day,
right,
but
right.
when the race
yeah.
isn't going on.
If you're if you're interested, just call the city or call. We've got a Facebook page actually. The Stingrays do, and you can look up the information there. And if you're interested in joining the team, if you want to come check out the meet, sure, just show up. It starts at 5 on Friday and at 8:30 on Saturday and Sunday.
All right, September 21st through the 23rd at the Rowdy Gaines Aquatic Center, and good luck and have a great meet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda, for joining us. Well, we have our own Jessica Roberts, our superstar. Jessica, going to give us our update on what's going on in the community, and you'll enjoy this. And we'll be back.
Grab a blanket.
Grab a blanket and check it out.
Welcome to Local Update. I'm Jessica Roberts, here to tell you about some great upcoming events taking place across Polk County this month. Universal Shooting Academy will host the U.S. International Practical Shooting Confederation's National Championship September 13th through 16th in Frostproof. Top shooters will advance to the United States team to compete in the 2014 IPSC World Shoot, which is the Olympics of shooting competitions. We're expecting over 600 participants for this weekend event. Baseball teams from all over Florida will be competing at Lake Myrtle Sports Park September 14th through 16th for the Florida Suncoast Sports Triple Play Classic. Spectators are welcome. The children's production group of Lake Wales Little Theater presents Twinderella, September 14th through 23rd. Twinderella is a hilarious send-up of Cinderella that will delight audiences with humor for all ages. Tickets start at just $7. The Ledger Junior Super Series, a USTA Florida-sanctioned event, will take place in Lakeland September 15th and 16th. Over 130 state and international players will be competing at Bierman Tennis Complex, Kelly Rec, and Woodlake Complex in Lakeland. Come out and enjoy a weekend of great tennis. Ridge Orchid Society's 50th annual show, The Golden Age of Orchids, will be held September 15th and 16th. Come and explore gorgeous displays of orchids and meet with vendors selling plants, supplies, and gifts. The show takes place at the Lake Mirror Center in Lakeland. Polk Museum of Art will host their annual open house and an art carnival for the entire family on September 15th. The first 900 students get a goodie bag and art supplies. The event is free. The 9th annual Cardboard Boat Challenge and Lakes Festival is on September 15th at the Lake Hollingsworth Boat Ramp in Lakeland. Visit with environmental exhibitors and enjoy children's activities, food vendors, live music, and of course the cardboard boat races. The festivities begin at 8 a.m. Fiat of Winter Haven will be transformed into an art gallery on September 15th for the Fi-Art Festival and Food Truck Rally, benefiting the Winter Haven Hospital Foundation's Fund for Women and Children. Come hungry and be amazed by the wide range of choices, from Cuban sandwiches to avocado french fries. 20 food trucks are scheduled to participate. The Polk County History Center is hosting a 1940s USO canteen party in honor of Polk County veterans on September 15th. The event will feature swing music, refreshments, and event photos. Guests are encouraged to dress in the 1940s or military attire. Polk Nature Discovery Center will host Astronomy Night on September 15th. Beginners to seasoned astronomers are welcome. Meet in the workshop for an introduction into the night sky, and then step outside for the big viewing event. The Discovery Center will also host a tram nature tour on September 16th. Take a personalized tour of Banana Creek Marsh with a volunteer guide who will point out plants, birds, and the history of the property. Space is limited for both events, so contact the registration desk at Circle B to sign up. Classic Albums Live presents U2's The Joshua Tree on September 15th at the Lakeland Center. This will be a note-for-note recreation, presenting one of the best-selling albums of all time. The second half of the concert will be dedicated to U2's greatest hits. The concert begins at 8. The Polk County History Center is celebrating its recent rebranding and the long-awaited unveiling of the exterior signage on September 18th. The History Center is also dedicating the Polk Proud mural created in honor of Polk's 150th anniversary celebration. Board of County Commissioners Chairman Sam Johnson, Sheriff Grady Judd, and Historical Commission Chairman Lloyd Harris are scheduled to speak at the event. The Boys and Girls Club of Lakeland's 38th annual golf tournament will be held on September 20th at Lone Palm Golf Club in Lakeland. Social hour and a live auction will be held after the tournament. Contact the Boys and Girls Club of Lakeland for more information. The Winter Haven Stingrays will present Get Rowdy and Race, a Florida swimming sanctioned event on September 21st through the 23rd at Chain of Lakes Complex. Over 400 swimmers are expected to participate in this 3-day tournament. Bachtower Gardens' 11th annual Live at the Gardens Summer Music Series continues on September 22nd with Juniper, a Celtic and Appalachian folk band. Concert tickets include all-day admission to the gardens, and an optional dinner will be served at the Blue Palmetto Cafe before the performance. Well, folks, this has been a quick glance at some exciting events taking place across Polk County this month. For details about all these events and more, go to visitcentralflorida.org and centralfloridasports.com. Until next time, I'm Jessica Roberts from Polk County's Tourism and Sports Marketing Office, and I look forward to seeing you at some of these great events.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth segment of Sports Central. Hank Longo along with Neil Duncan. We've had a bunch of fun this show, and another great sponsor for segment number 4.
Yeah, Best Western Auburndale, right there off of 92. Great sponsor, very close to Lake Myrtle Sports Park, and proud partner of Tourism and Sports.
Yeah, can't appreciate their support very much. Well, we've got some events that we want to share with you before we wrap up this show, and starting with all kinds of good things going on.
Well, before we get to what's on the list, let's talk about one of the things that was just announced, the fact that Legoland Florida is going to have an expansion of their park, the new Star Wars portion to Miniland, and so that's the way the Lego brand and of course the Star Wars line of products is huge. I know I've got a lot of money in it for Logan, but it's going to be fantastic, and I believe in November sometime is when they're going to launch that. So we're very excited about that. So looking forward to that.
And just another little plug on that: if you want to get a good deal on Legoland tickets, you got to come up to Outpost 27 Visitor Center on Highway 27, just south of I-4, and we've got the best deal in town going on Legoland tickets, so come on up and visit us.
September 20th, Boys and Girls Club of Lakeland will have their 38th annual golf tournament, so check that out and support that. That'll be at Lone Palm Golf Club.
And then we've got the Mid-Florida Table Tennis Tour on September 22nd, so you're going to want to check that out, and it's going to be at the Lakeland Table Tennis Association, and that's kind of a unique event, one of the unique events that we have in the county.
Yeah, another event coming up on the 29th of September is the Publix Information Systems 5K, and running has really caught on nationwide, but really a lot of events. Of course, we already talked about a unique running event with Corn Fusion and their ranch run that's coming up. But the 5K for Publix Information will be at Fort Fraser Trail. It starts there at the Polk State College Trailhead. Costs us $25, 30 days after September 14th. It's a race/walk, and it's being put on. It's a fantastic event.
And then some more great soccer going on here. We're becoming the soccer capital of Florida, I think, with the Florida Youth Soccer Association at Lake Myrtle and Auburndale, and a great event coming up on September 29th on Saturday through Sunday the 30th. So check that out for a great soccer event going on in town.
And of course, you can always go to centralfloridasports.com or visit centralflorida.org for a listing of events. And on the 27th of September, we're excited to announce that we're partnering with the Ledger Media Group to bring the Discover Central Florida app. So there'll be an app for your phone, Android or iPhone, that you can actually you can use. It's for restaurants, it's for attractions, it's for things that are near to you in any area. So it's not only for visitors, but also the citizens of Polk County will find it very useful. For more information, I know the Ledger's getting ready to launch it. Like I said, on the 27th, it'll be in the newspaper, on the website. So we're very excited about that. And of course, you can always go to Outpost 27 for visitor information, but just another tool that we're going to be able to use to promote Polk County.
And a couple more quick events that we want to share with you. A Walk for Cure. That's going to be around Lake Silver in Winter Haven, and that's going to take place on September 29th, and you can get a hold of St. Vincent de Paul Society at 294-3144, and then the Lake Wales-Aber Chamber of Commerce Golf Challenge, that comes up on October 5th, but also want to have you check out our radio show.
Yeah, every Thursday from 5 to 6 on 1430 WLKF. We do a teaser of that program on all four stations on Hall Communications between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour in the morning. Some sponsors we'd like to thank: the Terrace Hotel, Hampton Inn, Winter Haven, Harry's Old Place, the Ramada Inn, Lakeland, and the Ledger Media Group.
Can't thank those folks enough. And if you want more information on what's going on in Central Florida, you can always go to centralfloridasports.com, or you can always give us a holler at 551-4750, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Ask for Julia. She likes to take all the
Julia.
calls.
She loves those calls, and she's a wealth of information. Our next live show is going to be Friday, September 21st. And if you'd like to see re-airs of this show, you can check them out on these days at these times. And can't thank the folks at PGTV enough for all that they do for us, and the great gang that we get to work with here.
Even Brian Lacey.
Even Brian Lacey. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyhow, folks, for Neil Duncan, I'm Hank Longo. Thank you so much for joining us for this segment of Sports Central.